my anger at the Sackler family. It's personal when you think of the profit of people's pain.
This is a story about pain and power. When artist Nan Goldin became addicted to opioids, she took on Big Pharma and won.
I'm thrilled that we have actually succeeded in taking down a billionaire family at a time in America where there's one justice system for billionaires and another for the rest of us.
The documentary All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, directed by Laura Poitras, is a portrait of Goldin's life and her fight against a billion-dollar drugs dynasty. The Sackler family, who say they've always acted lawfully, made billions from their so-called empire of pain. Founding company Big Pharma, they sold and marketed the powerful painkiller OxyContin across the US. Accused of fueling an opioid crisis which has killed over 600,000 Americans. You've described being addicted to opioids as a form of torture. If I can ask you, how difficult was it for you in those days?
Opioids make you take away your pain. It's the withdrawal from opioids that's almost impossible to go through. It's a stripping of your skin and a darkness of your soul.
No secret that the US is the land of the lawsuit. I just wonder, were there points where you were frightened to take on these giants?
I've never been afraid of them. I think they missed their chance to take away my voice.
100,000 dead! 100,000 dead!
It's 2019, and after coming out of rehab for opioid addiction, Goldin and the group she founded, PAIN, are protesting outside cultural institutions connected to the drugs dynasty. Accused of arts washing, their family name adorned the walls of galleries and museums around the world.
I personally have been affected by what we now call the overdose crisis in America. Lost many friends and people that I know growing up, and I think when we pause and learn about the Sackler family and understand that this was a calculated thing rather than a random crisis that was born.
Since Goldin's campaign, the Serpentine, Louvre, New York's Guggenheim Museum and many more have all removed the Sackler name from their buildings. You talked about your activism as an almost sort of visceral feeling that you had in your body to take action.
I feel that given these times, everybody has to put their body on the line. Every single person has to find a way to fight back against the injustice and darkness of these times. And I chose what I know best in my body, which is drug addiction. So I didn't go after the drugs. That's very important. We went after the pharmaceutical companies that were making money off the bodies of millions of people.
There's the Sackler family of the art world, the museum world, and philanthropy. And then there's the Big Pharma marketing and addiction and death.
Described by the critics as a work of wounding honesty and now nominated for both a Bafta and Oscar, the documentary also deep dives into Nan Goldin's life through the lens of 1980s New York.
Photography is like a flash of euphoria and gave me a voice.
Chronicling the lives of her friends on the LGBT scene as the AIDS crisis happened. Her famous series of photos, The Ballad of Sexual Dependency, groundbreaking at the time for turning the camera towards her own life. You got a lot of pushback, though, from male gallerists.
Definitely galleries and dealers and collectors didn't take it seriously. And several dealers said to me, there's no such thing as a good woman artist.
After protests and thousands of lawsuits later, in 2020, Big Pharma pleaded guilty to criminal charges over its marketing of OxyContin, a drug they knew was addictive, saying they'll pay $10 billion to support the victims of the overdose crisis in America. But despite the Oscar nomination, Nan Goldin is clear there will be no Hollywood ending. This is just the beginning.